Good morning, I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. Today we are going to make a chicken dish. It is a recipe from one of my really long time friends. She used to be my neighbor across the road, and she moved to her happy place, which is in the mountains. I sure did hate to see her go. I love Janice. This recipe is one of Janice Ford's recipe, and everybody in this community in Blakely County, all the counties around, know Janice because she is a wonderful baker, cook. I mean, she does it all. So thank you, Janice, for this recipe. It's called chicken pie, so I'm gonna name it Janice's chicken pie. And it very simple, but I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to make it gluten-free. Now I'm going to put her original recipe down in my description box, but I'm going to make it gluten-free for all of you out there that don't eat gluten. I try not to eat gluten at all. Every once in a while I may have to, but I try not to. I'm not allergic to it. I don't have celiac. Like a lot of people, it just doesn't do well on my stomach. So I try to stay away from it as much as possible. And in this bowl, I have, she said you can use a whole chicken, boil it, take it off the bone, or you can use breast. Sometimes she used breast. This is one big chicken breast, and it's some thighs. So I thought I would mix it up a little bit. Roy loves dark meat, so I thought I would mix it up and put dark meat and white meat in it. And so I have cut it up, and you just layer it in your pan. And this is the equivalent of like a 9x13 that I have here. It's in an oval shape, but it's still about, I've measured it, it's about the same as a 9x13. So I'm just going to put my chicken on the bottom. And I want a lot of chicken because it's not many ingredients. It's just chicken, eggs, cream of chicken soup, and a crust. And I have salted and peppered my chicken. So let me taste of it, see if my broth and my cream of chicken soup has salt in it. And y'all know I make my own cream of chicken soup. That's another change up. But I'm gonna, and I said this the other day, I'm gonna come on and show y'all how I do my cream of mushroom and my cream of chicken soup, how I make it gluten-free. Okay, now, let me read her recipe, make sure I got it. I'll put a layer of chicken. Okay, then y'all are going to see how simple this is. Cream of mushroom soup. Just put cream of mushroom soup over it. 1 can or 1 cup. This is like 1 cup. I usually just make a cup at the time because that's all I use. And it's very simple to make. So I don't make it and keep it in the fridge or anything because it's so simple to do. When I need it, I just make a cup. Okay, now that's our cream of chicken soup. Now 6 boiled eggs, and she said chop them, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to slice mine and just put it over it like this and into small slices. But if you want to do it the simple and easy way, just take a chopper or a knife and just chop them up. But I'm just slicing mine up. This is similar to a recipe that my sister-in-law, Dolores, she made it years ago, and I thought it was so delicious. And I have looked for the recipe. I didn't know what to call it. And I haven't been able to find it. And so when I saw this one, Janice posted this one on Facebook last night for somebody. Somebody had asked her for it, and so I texted her. I said, Janice, can I please use that? She said, well, of course you can. So, but Dolores made this years ago, and I loved it so good. So when Janice posted that one last night, I said, that is the recipe that I've been looking for. And I'm going to do that in the morning. So, all right. I'll just get all this cut up. One more. So, and chopping it is the fastest way. But this doesn't take any time. All right. Y'all, that already looks delicious. Okay, I'm gonna move all this, wash my hands, wash this egg off my hands. Now we're gonna, I got to pour chicken broth. She didn't say how much chicken broth to pour over it, so I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate. She just said hot chicken broth. So I've got a little ladle here. You don't want it to be dry. And this is a whole cup of chicken broth. So I may do the whole cup. Because I don't mind if it's a little juicy. I am. I put a whole cup of chicken broth. I may find out whenever I cut it that that's too much. So, but we'll see. Maybe not. Now, this is going to be the crust, and like I said, I'm going to make mine gluten-free. Hers says 1 cup of self-rising flour, 1 stick of melted butter, cooled, 1 cup of self-rising flour, 1 cup of buttermilk, 1 stick of melted butter. I've got mine on my melt setting, so it won't be hot when it comes out. It'll just be melted. All right. In here, I've got 1 cup of gluten-free flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Because your gluten-free flour does not have any leveling agent in it, any rising agent at all. I will put the recipe for the gluten-free, and I'll put the recipe for the regular. Okay, my butter is just melted. It is not hot. So I'm going to put in 1 cup of buttermilk. I'm going to put my 1 cup of buttermilk. And your gluten-free flour is used 1-to-1 with your regular flour. All right, and I'm going to put my 1 stick of butter. I've got my oven set on 350, I think she said. Let me see. Well, I've got it set on 350. And she said, and cook it until your crust gets done. So that's according to your oven. But my oven is a little bit hotter than some. And then if it's not as brown as you like, she said bump your temperature up to 400 until it gets as brown as you want it. I'm going to have to put a little bit more buttermilk in this because it's not quite as loose as I want it. I may have put a little bit more than a cup of flour in it. Okay. Plus my buttermilk is cold and it's going to make it seem thicker anyway. All right, that's the consistency. I want it right there. Okay. Need a spoon. I'm going to spoon mine over it to make sure that I get it. Now, if you want yours even thinner, oh, I just splattered some chicken broth. Okay. This is such a simple, easy, and let me tell you, it is delicious. I mean, it is really delicious. I'm not going to use quite all this, so you know what I'll do? I'll make some biscuit, 2 or 3 biscuit, and just a little bit to go with this. Okay. What a simple, this would be so easy to do on Sunday before you go to church. When you come in from a hard day at work, throw this together, especially if you put your chicken in a crock pot and cook it while you're at work, or if you cook it the night before, put it in the refrigerator. Look at that. I'm going to put this on 350. I'm going to check it after 30 minutes. I'll let y'all know how long it takes to cook it when I get back. Okay, our pot pie, not pot pie, chicken pie is done. I want to show it to you. I've been letting it sit out for about 10-15 minutes to cool because it is so hot. And I cooked it 40 minutes on 350. Then I bumped it up to broil for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes just to get it brown. Now, that's the way we like it. We like it brown. Roy's going to be my taste tester today. So I'm going to cut him or spoon him out. Oh my, some.
I'm not interested in testing. I want to jump right on into eating.
Oh wow,
Whew.
y'all.
That looks good, honey.
Doesn't that look good? Look at that. See the slices of egg in there?
I love egg and chicken.
And I think the 1 cup of broth will be right. It's a little soupy right now, but once it cools down, I think it's going to all absorb back up in your pie. So
I like soupy.
yeah, 1 cup is going to be good. It's hot now, baby, real hot.
You're always trying to burn me.
I'm going to taste with this spoon. I got the big one. That's hot, y'all. Is that good?
That's wonderful. Wonderful.
This tastes just like the one Dolores used to make. I thought it would because I knew hers just had chicken and I knew it had the eggs on top, but I wasn't sure what else it had in it. Janice, thank you so much for this recipe. I've been looking for it for years. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. Love y'all. Share this video. I'm almost to 700 subscribers. I would love to get to 1,000. So y'all help me do that by sharing this video. Subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. So he's still eating.
Told you I was going to eat. I don't want to taste.
Remember, food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness back in healthy food. Love y'all. See you next time.